He's not an idiot. He's just Swedish.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Hey, folks, and hot dog onesie one. So, yeah, it is Friday. It is 6 p.m. Eastern time, and it is the Friday panel show. I have invited all of the usuals, but I heard you had a bit of weather, and so a bunch of people are having a hard time showing up today for obvious reasons. So I have sent out invites right and left, and I have no idea who is going to show up except for one. And she's been on my channel before. You know her, you love her. It's Mo.
Hello, everyone. We are only dealing with 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts and rain today. Tomorrow's supposed to be funner. So,
yeah, but that's tomorrow for you.
Yes.
Cowpoke, it won't be enough to stop the drought, though. Well, it depends on where in the United States. I mean, they are quite soaked in Florida and Georgia, and yeah.
Okay, but coming from a socialist country, can't we just redistribute all that rain? Asking for a friend.
Well, no. We have our own rain here. We don't need more. I mean, there's a reason Christianity developed in the Middle East and not in Scandinavia, because 40 days and 40 nights of rain, that's summer.
I mean, I guess it would change the tale a little bit when Noah's like, this is just August.
Yeah. Oh. Cowpoke is in West Virginia. We are in severe drought. Maybe Florida can send some tanks up. But yeah. Yeah,
it is weird to live all the way in Indiana, and these schools here have gone nuts. Like, we are not sending home children early. You know, we will make all choices about extracurricular activities. I mean, you'd think we had never had, I don't know, Tornado Alley in our general vicinity.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Scandinavia, the religion we invented was about fighting and having sex, and yeah.
Just saying, religion would be a lot more fun if that was what it was about. I wouldn't skip Sunday school if that's what it was about. I'm seeing a marketing opportunity.
Yeah, I'm seeing a clear marketing opportunity.
The Church of Mo will never be the same.
Nope. But then, well, I'm going to. Yar is here. Now, the Scandinavian ways was when fighting was not particularly consensual, especially not for the Irish and the English and half the world, more or less. But we did have quite severe punishment for doing the other things involuntarily, and that kind of brings me to
you're saying that the Vikings had a bunch of baby oil with, you know, aqua dots in it.
No, we didn't need. Well, hi, Kaiser's mamas. Okay, cat is okay. She's been doing work all day, and now she is taking a nap. And but she has the link if she chooses to show up. So she's okay. She's okay. Yeah. Now we have Costco. I mean, yeah. Costco going, no.
Costco's like, check Sam's Club. We're classy over here.
Yeah. No, it seems like when Diddy's lawyer conveyed some information, he should have done some fact checking first, because Costco doesn't sell those those brands that allegedly was found at 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Why don't you just get a drum and dunk yourself in it? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be just more cost effective to get like one of those, if you've ever had to spray like a large garden or weeds, you just get one of those pump bottles and it's some poor gosh darn intern's job to, do the like
yeah, that's one way of Roundup. I mean, and dunk, off you go, and dunk, and off you go. Don't forget your roofies. No, allegedly.
Well, but wasn't he putting them in the baby oil? So you were going in thinking you were getting like a free massage at P. Diddy's house, which, maybe would scare you. But you're like, yeah, it's a free massage. I didn't even have to use Groupon. And then, there's just, go sleepy material in there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a Groupon. Well, sort of, but it's maybe a grape on. But Jesus Christ, Diddy, what? Wealth, boredom is not a good combination. Let's just say that. You have to have a plan if you get wealthy. Diddy's plan had some flaws, allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, a couple. Again, if you are going to be in bed with the same people that have no problem burning real assets, I would have a dead switch on those videos, and they would come out every 40 hour or every 24 hours, like Julian and Assange claimed. I mean, once you get in bed with the feds, I would just go ahead and be assuming that they're going to, burn me like in the next convenient time for them.
Yeah, let's just say Diddy's lawyer offered a potential explanation for why the feds found a large stock of baby oil at rappers' homes, namely buying in bulk at Costco. But the folks at Costco begs to differ. Imagine getting a job as a spokesperson for Costco, and you have to address this. No, we don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's better than addressing, look, everyone, it's one sample only. I understand it's Sunday and you all have come here for dinner, but it's one sample only.
A spokesperson for Costco tells TMZ none of the company's US locations carry baby oil. All right, so they don't carry baby oil at all at Costco. Okay, that takes care of it. Even though Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, when you're defending an alleged rapist, maybe not have a name that ends with Philo.
Well, yeah.
The proof is in the pudding, so oh god, so to speak. As a quick search of the store site shows, there's nothing akin to baby oil offered at Costco. There is, however, hair and cleansing gel sold for babies. hair and cleansing gel sold for babies? Why? That's also weird.
Whoa!
Well, I mean, having had all the children,
Mm.
you know, when you have a whole passel of children, it's just nice to get the gallon of no tears shampoo
Yeah.
than getting the boys and girls their own, tubs.
Yeah, generic shampoo with which you have to carry with a handle. I mean,
You know, that 94 gallons of swab is going to pay off in the long run.
oh, and just to make sure, Diddy is or was a billionaire. Why would he buy in bulk and anything in bulk? I mean, it's not like he walked into the local S&M store and said, "I need 800 dildos just in case I lose 16 of them."
Well, I was kind of
Somewhere.
hoping he lovingly picked each out for like their different features, asked like, okay, so what are the RPMs on this? Like, do I need an off-board motor, or can this just be like an at-home thing? Like, is this weapons grade, or, you know? Also, reasons I'm not allowed in those stores anymore because I will ask those questions.
Oh, let's see where it. Oh, oh, hold on. I'm trying to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that works in a Val Kilmer movie, so
Yep.
I see nothing wrong with this at all.
This is from the movie Top Secret, I believe.
Oh, I
Which,
love that.
yeah.
No, wait.
Which is, or is it? I kind of remember this from a Leslie Nielsen movie, but it
I don't
might
know.
be.
I'm thinking of the movie where he was like an old child prodigy, and the new child prodigy comes to comes to college, and they fill the professor's home with popcorn.
Naked Gun. Okay, Danny T.
Ah,
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't know, but is that not Val Kilmer?
I think that is.
Yeah. And, this has nothing to do with it, but in context. I have beer and the ability to Google weird stuff. Yeah.
The Netflix remake of this is going to be hilarious.
According to Jedi, yes, according to Hobby, it's called Real Genius with Val Kilmer.
I'm just glad I wasn't like fever dreaming a movie, because that has often happened. Like, is that a real thing, or am I making this up in my head? Both are likely scenarios.
Okay, let's get back to this somewhat serious stuff. For good measure, from TMZ, we also took a peek at Sam's Club website, because it's entirely possible someone mixed up the two retailers. Yet, like Costco, there's no baby oil for sale there either. Although there's a Johnson's moisturizing pink baby lotion with coconut oil available for purchase, though this product is not mentioned in the federal indictment. Oh, they have the document. No? Or? Oh.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, the
can you read in
document.
0.0 font?
Of what? No. Yeah. Jeez. No. 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 Apparently not.
Jedi Jess can get the documents for you. She got
Okay.
me the documents.
Well, I've been thinking about covering the Diddy case more because, well, I'm already covering one black rapper, RICO, which is an absolute fustercluck, and
Yeah.
and the Diddy case will probably not be up for trial for at least a year.
Well, and it would be nice because I think one of the arrest reports or something is almost 300 pages long.
Oh.
But then there's all of the I'm trying to look through all the paperwork and also look at, looking into Tupac or not Tupac. Well, that might be another thing they charge him with later.
Yeah.
But look into Diddy, and it's so multi-layered because a lot of the information that they're using came from these civil lawsuits that were corroborated with, video evidence and things like that. But a lot of this comes from the civil lawsuits, from what I've been reading, or at least where they're getting that kind of information from. I want to hear from J-Lo, struck fresh off the heels of another Bennifer breakup, and then she finds that Diddy was a diddler. I mean, it's not a good couple of weeks for her.
Jar wants Wheel of Regrets, and sure, why not? It's Friday, and sure. And to get us started, thank you to Susan G over at PayPal for $20. Thank you so much. This I also want to cover this because it's a RICO, federal RICO, because the RICO on a federal level is more limited than the
Okay.
Georgia RICO Act. So
Really?
yeah, they don't have this third-hand hearsay on the federal level, and yeah, I just skimmed through the federal RICO. I do know more about the Georgia RICO, which is the agreement according to Georgia RICO Act. The agreement to be involved in a criminal conspiracy can be both spoken and unspoken. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like my first marriage, but I don't think that's actually legal.
Well, in Georgia it is. A lot of things appear to be legal in Georgia that isn't legal anywhere else.
The jokes just write themselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the devil went down to Georgia instead of Alabama.
Oh, that's me, says Tough Cookie. Thank you, Tough Cookie. Oh, then I can change the name on the banner. There. Yeah, for you who don't know, my PayPal is what I use for when I can travel back to the United States for closing arguments, whenever that is. If it's at the earliest, I believe March or April. More realistic is, of course, August of next year. Yay. Atlanta in August again.
Just pack tank tops and shorts. Sure, they will let you in the courthouse. Just
You do not want to see me in a tank top and shorts. I will wear it, but you don't want to see it. I'm in a hot dog onesie in front of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I am never more fully amazed than when I have to go down to southern states that humanity procreated before air conditioning, because I'm like, glad I wasn't a pilgrim, because my line would have ended there. Like, you want me to do what? With no air conditioning and no deodorant? You must got the wrong chick.
Oh, wow. Oh, and here comes from your $50.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. I guess I have to find the picker wheel.
I will say it's interesting, and I do want to kind of maybe digging deeper into the Diddy case will kind of explain why they chose to bring this up now. Because
Yeah.
it does seem like a rather odd time to bring this up, especially if they've known about this for years. Because, he was possibly an informant for the PD, possibly a Fed informant. So it does really kind of beg the question, why now?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like this. I mean, with this many people involved in that freak-offs, you would assume somebody thought, hey, I would like $1 million. Oh, he doesn't want to give me $1 million. Then it's rape. And then you have the mind, in my opinion, from the clips I've seen on Twitter and elsewhere, there are people being brought into Diddy's home that are clearly minors.
Yeah. But we also, I mean, he took possession of Justin Bieber for 48 hours or 24 hours. I know we make the jokes, and depending on whether you like Razor Fist or not, about Michael Jackson. What kind of parent is letting a kid go partying, by himself when they're 15 at a house where, let's just say, regular Hollywood debauchery is going on? Who's letting their kid do that?
I wish I knew. I wish. Oh, just got the Diddy docs. Thank you. I have to check to see if Sylvia has the link, and if she wants to get on here and talk about it, she's more than welcome to. I sent her the invite. Yes, and I have seen that infamous Sylvia has had her Google info subpoenaed by Fulton County DA's office, and that for me is insane, because she functions under the First Amendment as a reporter. So she needs to lawyer up and squash that thing immediately, because I assume they are trying to find information that may or may not have been shared between her and defendants. I don't know.
They are also insidious. First, tell me you don't have a case without telling me you don't have a case. When you're going to go subpoena, journalists and other people to try to help your ailing case that's been going on for God knows how long, and you still don't have a point.
Yeah, because this subpoena, in my opinion, is brought to a judge who signed off on it. I would assume they have not written in that affidavit that she reports on this trial. I
mean, the closest contemporaneous thing I can think is Turtle Boy. And I still think that was tenuous at best. You know, them going after him. But it's just ridiculous. Again, you are not showing anyone you have a strong case by going after your detractors. Or the people just, you know, pointing out reality.
Yeah. Let's see, I have it here. First, Wheel of Regrets. Thank you to Tough Cookie and Jar. Oh, I forgot to write the combined 7-0. There. All right. Dun, dun, dun. The Wheel of Regrets, folks. Dun, 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 dun. All right.
Nick's like, I'll take one for the team. Is it that pickle whiskey though? Or you're
No.
like, I don't regret things that much.
If it doesn't explicitly says pickle whiskey, I'm having jug whiskey. I am
thoroughly impressed.
Yeah.
And once you finish it, you can sit on your porch and just blow into it and pretend you have, and get some spoons out. You can be your own hillbilly jamboree.
Now, and since you voted for my hot dog onesie and not my Buc-ee's, I'm going to drink from my Buc-ee's shot glass. Cheers and thank you. Ooh. Ooh. Yay, boo. Oh. Now, let's see here. That one. Here is what she was informed. So she didn't actually get the subpoena. They took... Mr. Jingles is here. Hello, Mr. Jingles. She got the message from Google. Dear Google user, August 6, which is some time ago, Google received legal process issued by Fulton County District Attorney's Office directing Google to produce records related to Google accounts. See here, accounts. So she's not the only one, apparently, that are linked or associated with a specified identifier. So that usually means that Fulton County, according to Fulton County District Attorney's Office, in their search for something, have found some people's email address, probably, and now they want to find out, okay, what did you talk about? Which, in the case with reporters, is fuck you, none of your business.
Yeah, but it's also, let's say that, you know, the Fulton County District Attorney finds, you know, other things. It sounds like they're on a fishing expedition. I thought when you subpoena information, don't you usually have to have or is that where you have to use a subpoena ducus tecum? Or is that when you have to get standard operating procedures from officials?
I have no idea.
I was actually using the right term for it. I usually call it a subpoena ducus nucum, which is probably not the correct Latin.
We should rename it to that. we should
I think so too.
Yeah. Now, let's see. You are receiving this email because your account is an account that is linked or associated with a specified identifier in the legal process. The agency reference number or case number on the legal process is 21DA08146. Let's see here. One DA08146. That case number did not, just a simple Googling didn't match up.
And Google, way to stand for the First Amendment. You know, if we don't receive a copy of a squashed motion to quash this, we will just provide all your information. Way to be liberty safes.
Fulton County Court. Continue. Case number. Let's see here. I am not a robot. Begin search.
I can never win those I'm not a robot thing.
Okay, so case number can only contain numbers. Okay. This is probably just a Google. Yeah, that is probably because it doesn't match how. So this is probably the Google. Ow! I need to keep on. No, I won't. Jesus Christ. Caress. Cha-ching!
Well, you know, when you have murder mittens, why not use them?
Unless we promptly receive a copy or a file motion to quash that is file stamped by a court of competent jurisdiction, Google may provide responsive documents pursuant to applicable law, such as the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, blah, blah, blah. The file stamped within 7 days, legal process. Dun, dun, dun.
And you would think the big, you know, let's say court media would be all over this. Court TV, Law and Crime. I mean, they have those talking heads. If this is the new tactic that prosecutors are going to use in high-profile cases, then I'm shocked to have not seen this in the Delphi case, unless I just haven't seen it yet, or people haven't come out yet on advice of their own attorneys.
Yeah, I mean, I what did you try? Did you try to sharpen your claws at my new good chair, Mr. Jingles? Please stop doing that. He's been.
Because I love you for now.
He's very, very cuddly. What have you done? Where did you put the rodent?
I was like, where is the gopher and how late will you find it?
Yeah. Does it start to smell before I find it? That's the thing. So, yeah. With this, I must say it's the first, yeah, at least in this format from Google. I see. Normally I see these when it comes to copyright claims, but those are rarely sent via Google. Those are sent to your internet provider, and the internet provider contacts you. So it's weird. And okay, she had confirmation it's real. Okay, but not legal advice, but Jesus Christ, lawyer up and have it quashed.
Yeah, because at this point, if their case is this week, I don't understand why the judge isn't getting beyond irritated. I mean, you've had what? They've been going for almost a year or a full year now. I don't know. The Young Thug trial feels like it's 7 years longer than it's actually been. It's like in dog years. So like, I'm like, it's been a decade, right? Haven't we been?
Dennis says it seems like a fake email, but Nancy says she has confirmation. Well, if she shows up, she can tell us herself. She has the link. I have sent out links to Solomon, Chizzy, Dave, Donnie, Sal, Valhalla, Kaiser.
I know Shizzy had to cancel this morning because his basement was flooding. He's in Georgia, so
yeah. And Kaiser might show. No. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. But Kayla and Sylvia, they have the link, and I think they should show up, but maybe not until later. Kayla has been doing a lot of streams lately, so.
Well, I know you guys are doing so much, and it's, the Friday stream is great for those of us who haven't, been all the way caught up or can't watch for the whole week. So you guys can have, kind of that update, because the Young Thug trial, you'll have like weeks where nothing happens. And then, or the first couple months when you were watching it, we were all kind of confused and we hadn't gotten to the big sort of bombshell. What the hell is the state doing beyond? Why are we here? And now everything's exploding.
Yeah. This week was just 3 days long, and they had Quintarius Zachary on the stand, and he has been in so much pain, because when he came back Monday, he had not been medicated the entire weekend. And when you're on opioids, that means withdrawal. Withdrawal is really dangerous. So
yeah, especially in Fulton prison, where people die of like bed bugs and dysentery.
Yeah, but at least over the weekend he was confined to his mother's home. But then again, nobody could leave. He couldn't get medication, and he doesn't trust the prosecution to bring him the medication. And I understand why. I actually understand why. I wouldn't trust Miss Love either. I wouldn't trust Miss Love to not try to kill me. I mean...
No, especially if you've defied her in any way. She is not the type of woman that's going to take that without a vindictive grudge being held. I mean, she already made him miss his grandmother's funeral, or darn near miss it. No, did miss it.
Did miss it.
She is a spiteful, hateful person, and she is just like the prosecutor from the Stephanie Morphew case, where they went after the judge because the judge basically struck all of their experts because they didn't adhere to a discovery timeline. So they decided to try to do Oppo research and try to ask his ex-wife if he had ever laid hands on her.
Oh, I see MG Law is in the chat, and I forgot to send him a link. Because if he can be in the chat, he can be here. You have the link, MG. You have the link. No, Casper. Madame love is not trusted, because I'm quite sure the reason the courtroom is so cold is because, well, hell is either really warm or really cold. And I guess she's the cold one. So she radiates cold.
Yeah.
Steph wants your shirt.
Fun.com, it was from last year, Valentine's Day. But they have a lot of ugly Christmas sweaters and things. I will tell you that I stocked their clearance section. So I got this for, I think, $10 because it was the end of the season. But I was like, a shirt about love. It says love is dead. And I thought, well, if that isn't a Valentine's Day shirt made for me, I don't know who it's made for.
Angela's eating dinner. What's that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to 2 o'clock.
Dinner and sleep are two things that, I mean, when it's handy, yeah. Yes, thank you, Casper. I do not give legal, medical, or general life advice that should be relied upon. Definitely not relied upon life advice, because
I mean, listen, if you're going with like what not to do, I can give you a couple different personal experience stories, but what to do, I have no idea.
Yeah. And if you're going into law, don't go in. I mean, sure, if you're passionate about labor law, go right ahead. We need you. But it doesn't pay. It really doesn't. I've seen. I should have been some kind of lawyer in the United States, because I've seen some really first year associate with close to $1,000 an hour, and then I'm just like, I could have made that money. Nothing fun. Well, well, if we go back to the Diddy case, apparently he hired male hookers. So.
Yeah, but then would it still be fun, or would it just be your job? Like, God, I got to go plow the back 40 over here. And by 40, I mean all those chicks. But it shows up on my W-2, so it's no longer fun. Like his wife he goes home and she's like, oh, you want to, maybe? And he's like, I have had to do this all day. No, I don't. He's like, can't we just cuddle?
Oh, in Germany, there are cuddlers for hire.
That's the least strange thing that Germany's come out with in about a century, so I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
Let's get those Germans a little cuddle time. I mean, maybe that'll help things.
They have a history of not being cuddled enough, I would assume. Oh, where were we? Yeah, the Diddy case. Should we finish that article, maybe? Dun, dun, dun. Ad. As TSE previously reported, the document, which was unsealed after Diddy's arrest, claims 1,000 bottles of baby oil were seized during the March raids on the Bad Boy Records founders Miami and Los Angeles home. Oh, so there were not 1,000 bottles at one place. That makes a difference. The indictment also alleges Diddy organized freak-offs, drug-fueled, days-long sex parties where the rapper allegedly coerced female victims, quote, to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers. Are there non-commercial sex workers?
just people who work pro bono. There's a Freudian slip. Pro bono.
Pro bono hookers. Yeah.
Okay, so real serious question though. In the civil assets forfeiture auction, we need to pay very close attention to who buys this bulk amount of baby oil, because those people I mean, I would buy a bottle just because that will never not be funny to me, but I mean,
Yeah, and
it's like here's the
the
palette.
dildo auction. I mean, how do you promote that auction? Here is a slightly used 18-inch
Oh my God,
diesel.
could I be the MC for that auction? I mean, I'd be giggling most of the time, and I might put googly eyes on all of them.
How did you fall out of your scratchy tree? Okay. Now, I did get a new scratchy tree for Mr. Jingles. Let's see here.
Ooh.
Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. It is this one.
Oh, he's gonna like that. It's sturdy.
Yeah.
So he can scratch all around it.
Now this, I mean, looking at the person standing next to it. Oh, that's a really big. No, it's let's see here. It is 155 centimeters. It's 5 feet. So it's
They just use their smallest staffer.
Yeah. Hey, call the midget. No.
That's exactly what they say. Bring in the model we use to make things look bigger.
And that's why you want hookers with small hands. No.
Always a selling point.
No, you can't all be giants. No, but I mean, 155 centimeters would put you right a bit. Yeah. And let's see if they had some people who already bought it. Yeah, so Maine Coon fits in one of these. So I would assume that Mr. Jingles will too.
Yes.
That cat looks annoyed.
Yeah, it does. Like, why did you put 19 pillows on top of my laying platform?
Yeah. Why am I only in that corner? Oh.
Oh, well, now I understand. So he can regally look outside the window.
Yep. That's not it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's a cat more of Mr. Jingle's size. Yeah.
Mr. Jingle's like, I'm going to be hanging out in style
when
I try to do a flying leap onto the desk.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to look down on me from that position, which he already does, but now more literally. So, but speaking of, no. They spoke to Agni Philo for TME Studios' new documentary, The Downfall of Diddy, The Indictment. And he reframed the freak-off's claim, telling us they were threesomes instead of wild orgies with dozens of people. Now, how many of those threesomes occurred at the same time?
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean,
and did they switch?
Imagine being the staffer, like, okay, does anyone need Gatorade? Anyone feeling dehydrated around here? Here's some Purell. Here's some more baby oil. Like, because didn't they have people walking around with like sex survival, like fanny packs to dish out all things that one might need? I mean, could you imagine being that stewardess? Like, hi, are you going to be having the baby oil, or are you just going to take your, roofies straight? We have an in-flight movie that you probably won't be awake for. And, have you tried our selection of baby oils?
No. TMZ did some people better because we've been reading about Diddy, the indictment and everything. And then all of a sudden, who are these people? What they do? What do they have to do with Diddy? They don't. Stars at Costco launch gallery.
They were looking for the baby oil too.
Yeah, I mean, there's one walking around in the battery section. Then you have the wine section, and there is tissues. Yeah.
I don't know who the scary chick is in the middle, but she looked like she could kick some ass.
Yeah, the one to the right, she's an actress in the Fast and Furious. I have no clue who that is, and I don't want to know who the broad on the left is.
Well, the one who's imitating Grimace is the one who begat the Kardashians upon us, so I call her Lilith.
Okay, Lilith. Thank you.
But I think her real name is Chris or something. I don't know. I've never watched a single episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I'm okay with that.
Related articles. 50 Cent roast Diddy with baby oil meme. Okay, you have me interested. It's Diddy oil now.
I'm okay with it, 50 Cent.
Yeah,
God bless you.
Oh! Oh! Diddy oil for your Johnson.
Well,
Speaking of Johnson, yes, Angela.
What's up?
Hey. Sorry, it didn't ping.
I was wondering if I brought enough baby oil to be able to be brought on stage. I'm back there for like 15,000 minutes, man.
I didn't hear the ping.
I like being backstage because I can hear everything. Because sometimes you get behind on YouTube and you don't realize you're behind, and you get kind of lost. So you get to see and hear everything backstage. It's great.
Oh,
so how's it going? You survived another week of YSL.
Yes, I did. Barely. Mainly because it was just Monday through Wednesday, and then you had a bit of weather in the United States, I heard.
A little bit, weather. Yeah. I was up late last night streaming the hurricane coming on shore. So that was fun.
Half of Florida got drenched, I saw.
Pretty much all of Florida got drenched, and all of Georgia and just about all of Tennessee.
Yeah, they have effects in Indiana, and it might be rain in. It will affect the entire east.
The Ohio Valley is going to get swamped. So basically everything east of probably, I don't know, a line from Minnesota down to Louisiana. Everything east of that's going to get rain. Everything west of that is pretty much going to get nothing. Maybe Arkansas will get some rain, Missouri gets some rain, but west of there, nothing. And there's
No,
basically no rain forecast for the next week outside of this storm.
I was about to say, Indiana, we're expecting to have some gnarly weather tonight and then into tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, tornadoes.
Yeah. It's just South Carolina.
I saw that tornado warning because when weather pushes everything forward, tornado appears, apparently. I don't know weather. We have very
the hurricane spawn because it's a spinning storm. It will rotate. It will spawn tornadoes. They're usually not very strong. They're not long lived. It's not like you get the ones out here in the plains where they're on the ground for 2 hours and they're a mile wide. They're going to be short lived. Could even not even enough time for it to get warned. Sometimes they just pop up and gone because it's a rotating storm and it's spinning. So
yeah. Yeah. I would assume Colorado is quite safe. So I assume is.
Just wish it would cool off some. Jeez. We're in fall and it's still 90 to 100 degrees out here.
Yeah, I'm not liking this.
The mornings have been cool. I start the mornings in the 60s, and then by mid-afternoon it's 95 degrees. I'm like, walk outside and you can feel your skin roasting.
Dam failure in Eastern Tennessee.
I think it was North Carolina.
Okay,
I think it's what I saw. That there was a dam, or at least it overflowed. And so they had to evacuate some towns.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe Tennessee had one too, but I did see when I opened up my browser to join the stream, it said North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, we have our interesting weather over here, but we get the after effect of those hurricanes that turns north before landfall.
Just stay out of the waters out there.
Yeah, those we get because they follow the Gulf Stream up, and then it's weather here instead. But then again, we have lousy weather to begin with. It just blows harder.
Does make me wonder how you guys got the Swedish, bikini team together. But some of God's mysteries are never meant to be known.
I'm not complaining.
I mean, the Olympic champion beach volleyball team is Swedish, which is interesting because
the American teams used to dominate that, and I guess they've retired.
Yeah.
So.
And now it's a Swedish team, and it
seems like they may have changed their uniforms, which is really.
And they beat the Germans.
Even
in
the college
final.
volleyball teams have changed their uniforms. It's like that's not why anybody watched the sport.
Yeah,
not watching for the new uniforms.
I mean,
come on, you all have Google. You can look them up.
Well, I mean, how long
those clickbait, pictures on you see for sports, and it's pre-serve, and they're all getting ready to for the play.
Yeah, making the signs because when they lean forward and show a bunch of fingers, I'm not focusing on the fingers.
Yeah, they have fingers. What?
It's like that
Sweden where the blows harder, and they have beach volleyball there.
Yeah. Well, it's never calm weather because it's always at least 5 miles an hour wind down here.
Jar is upset. Oh no, where did Mo go?
I don't know.
Jar's like, as a former MVP volleyball player, I do not watch for the uniforms, MG. Yeah. Well, we're talking about the fans, not the players.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of sports that are really, really fun to play, like handball, but it's not really a spectator sport. Mo rage quit? No, I don't think so. More than likely, the feral one found a cable and pulled it. Now, the Diddy case, except football field length of dildos and 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Oh, jeez.
Have you covered it at all?
Did he? Yeah, I read through the indictment.
Oh,
it's when it the day I think the day it came out, I read through it that night.
I'm
But that's the only time that's all I've done with it. I have not, so I haven't followed it or really looked at it since then. It's
I got
gross stuff.
Oh, that is.
It's yeah. Handballs. No, it's very hands-on, Casper.
Well, with exhibits.
I didn't see the exhibits. There was something that's like 300 pages. Somebody mentioned.
Those are just email. I'm looking for something completely different.
Oh.
Exhibit 4. Email. Exhibit 8. A letter. Exhibit 2. Dun dun dun. Warrant. Exhibit 9. I want pictures. And this is the residential appraisal report. Oh, that's an expensive home. Residual appraisal report. Property number 1, 30 million. Property number 2, 75 million. Property number 3, 38 million. Okay. I thought it was only 2. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Residual appraisal report. Or is that the... That should be the... Oh, comparable sale. Okay, these are the costs of other properties nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's an appraisal report. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now I get it.
Miami Beach properties. So I've seen these quite frequently. So we want to see how much its value. The value is
48,500,000.
Jeez.
A 2-star islands, Miami Beach, Florida. Well, it might be half off after this.
Is it a house or is it a condo or apartment or something?
I don't know. Oh, second floor. No, that's the appraisal company.
Yeah, scroll down and see what the there you are.
I am back just to say I am leaving, but I wanted to let you guys know we had not been blown away. We are just getting those front parts of the storm.
The outer bands coming in.
Yeah, this will be fun. My kids are like, "Are we Amish?" I'm like, "No, the power just went out."
The thing is, I think there's another storm like right behind, like that's next week that may start up in the same place. So.
Just why not? Just test me with 6 children and no internet, God.
Oh gosh.
I know first world problems and nothing major like what people in Florida are and everyone is dealing with, but seriously, there's not enough booze in my house. for me to remain sober through all of this. Any hoozle, thanks for having me on.
Good to see you, Mo.
And I'm going to get off of here before, well, Mr. Mo's like, would you get off your phone or your thing? So, in case lightning strikes. And I'm like, after the week I've had, I'm kind of be okay with lightning striking. I'm not going to be, I'm like, don't threaten me with a good time, Lord. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you for showing up.
Let's see.
No, let's see here. 2-star Island Drive, Miami Beach, Florida.
Let's see.
No, it says here, the purpose of this appraisal report is to provide the client with a credible opinion of the defined value of the subject property. Client's name, TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group, which I assume is Diddy's. Client address, 9255 Sunset Boulevard, 2nd floor. But that must be...
Yeah, that's Hollywood, West Hollywood.
Yeah. Property address, 2-star Islands Drive, Miami Beach, Florida. But
So they incorporated the, or at least LLC, the property. So additional intended users to West Star Island LLC.
Yeah, and this is what I get on Zillow.
So it's a house.
Yeah, it's a house. And it is there on that island.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a house.
Yeah. Ooh.
Off market value 40.8. Okay.
Man. That'd be terrible to have.
Yeah, but it's too close to the neighbors.
Oh, it's way too close to that. For $48 million, way too close to neighbors.
Yeah.
I could own a massive chunk of Oklahoma for $48 million.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably
and not see anybody unless I really, really, really wanted to.
What's that reason, Dave? There's a reason Florida is the flattest state.
It's all within a few feet. Most of it's within just a few feet of sea level.
Oh. No wonder it got drenched.
And, oh yeah. The highest point is like a few hundred feet above sea level.
So there...
Yeah, the highest point in Florida is 345 feet above sea level.
Oh.
So it's basically like a football. Like back of end zone to back of end zone would be longer than the length would be if you turned it vertical, it would be taller than that hill. Than that point. That'd be 360 feet, and the highest point is Britton Hill is 345 feet.
So it was bought in 2003 for 14.5, and now they valued it at
40.
40
well,
48.
Zillow says 40, but they're valuing this at 48,500,000.
Yeah. Wow.
And Zillow's not really accurate, but
1-unit housing. I don't know what that means.
I was just looking most
dimensions 37.21 feet times 248.30 feet times 411 times 254 times what?
Well, that could be the entire. That could be the entire lot. That's the entire lot.
Yeah, 58,000 square feet.
Yeah, because it looks like it's pie shaped, so that would be in a Biscayne Bay is nice.
Yeah.
So it's the site level. It's got 250 linear feet of waterfront with a seawall, dock, and deck. Entry road. Look at a private island with a guard stationed at every entry restricting access. So, general description. Can't really see all of it, but I'll go back up.
Oh.
You can see all the features here. Crawl space, concrete piling. Let's
Hardwood on
see.
tiles.
2 fireplaces, brick patio, pool with jacuzzi, an iron wall and fence, roofed-in porch, balcony. Lots. There's a cabana structure, bar and cooking facilities, full bathroom in the cabana with multiple open showers.
Well, you gotta clean after you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta really rinse off all that baby oil. Takes multiple showers.
Yeah. Okay. What else do we have here? Letter from defense. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm. I hadn't seen it. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't. I was going to read through it. I just didn't have time to do it.
Okay.
This was their bail package offer that the court said no, thanks.
Okay. That is.
And this is the letter from the U.S. Attorney's Office to
Mm.
the court, basically about why he should be kept, should be held.
Response to letter. Oh, this is the bail appeal.
Yeah, and so they sent a letter. They sent a response to Diddy's letter, bail letter.
Mm. Yeah, but we already know that he is in jail.
Good.
Where he probably has better use for baby oil. Unless he's on 23 hours watch.
And Casper, that 85,000 square feet is for the entire lot.
And most of it is house. So
a lot of it is, but
yeah. I mean, what is 85,000 square feet?
That's a lot. But that's not the entire. That's not just the house.
In acres.
Because it's really not that big of a lot.
It's 2 acres.
Outside of the house. Yeah, I mean, outside of the house, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, you had the house and the pool, and there's.
I have 46 acres here,
Yeah.
but most of it is land, farmland. So
2 football fields, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here, because my lawn, parking, where the barn is, and what's not farmland, that might be 2 acres here. So, yeah. And my house I thought was big, but nowhere close to that one. I don't have a swimming pool. I should get a swimming pool. No, I don't.
With the jacuzzi and
a
cabana with a bar and grill and.
Yeah, that I could use. That I could use, but yeah, no. Too sleepy.
It's gotta be. I'd hate to see the carpet in that house.
Oh, there would be skid marks. It's like
or 50, you walk through
50 dogs
doing
the butt scratch all over the floors.
No, there's a jacuzzi. There's a jacuzzi. You can do some hot tub videos.
No, I will not do hot tub videos. Every time I go to the beach, a bunch of people in green jackets try to drag me out in the ocean again.
I'm the only one that gets a tan when I go to the beach, so
I'm more reflective, so I don't get tan.
So everybody else gets a tan.
I mean, I'm walking outside shirtless, and then the Department of Roads call me and say, "Stop blinding the people on the road." Oh, a sauna. Oh, yeah. A sauna. Yeah. Probably one of the future projects here on the farm to get some kind of sauna. Maybe one of these portable ones. I can rent one, but I'd rather have have one proper proper sauna, wood stove sauna. Hey, young. But where were we? Yeah. 50 Cent made Diddy oil. And he doubled down on the point that he's a notorious Diddy detractor. Quote, I've been telling you all about all this weird crap. I
Sorry.
don't do no
My
puppy
son came in
parties.
here. I had to close off real quick. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, launch gallery. This could be interesting.
Inside the Diddy white parties. It's not. It's not.
Oh, that's Leonardo.
Is it?
Isn't it? I don't know.
I can't tell. Is that him or is that Bieber?
Oh, it might be.
No, that looked like that one picture.
Seriously, if that was the promotional picture for his parties, I wouldn't go.
Oh man, you can imagine the blackmail videos this guy has on people.
Oh yeah. Oh look, those are old photos.
Yeah,
that's from the 90s. That picture I'm not surprised by.
Well, Russell has changed a little bit. That one I'm not necessarily surprised by either. But so it was Leo Young.
Yeah, it might have been. Oh, look, royalties.
Both of them. Well, you know,
when they were still friends. Why doesn't it show
that's
Ashton's?
not Ashton.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah. Did you know Ashton Kutcher is a promotional guy for the technology that is behind the chat control in the European Union? They are planning to legislate that governments need backdoor access, which is ironic, to all chats and all communications, because they need to check us so we don't do illegal stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And Ashton Kutcher is one of the people.
Well, he's one of those Hollywood morons. So
yeah. And
but you can guarantee that he won't be. His phones won't be subject to it. They won't. None of them will be subject to it.
No, not if you're promoting the technology. And it's one company that has been lobbying for this legislation since 2019, and they are conservatively this technology, if it is entered into law, and these are the people, that is the company that gets the contract.
Yeah,
they will be from one day to another be probably a $10 billion company.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah,
not 10 billion, but 5 memberships gifted by Jar to Eek Geek. It's Jamie, Catherine Devick, Silver Girl. Who else? Who did I miss? 1, 2, 3.
Let's see. Eek Geek. It's Jamie, Amber Dawn, Johnson's.
Yeah. Okay. So thank
Catherine
you so much.
Devick and Silver Girl.
Yay!
Cool. Yeah, my son. I had to turn the camera and the mic off. My son came in the room. He was wanting some chocolate milk. I was like, give me a few minutes. I'll go make you some.
I think that brings us to this point. Back. Dun dun dun. I think we are roughly there. So I'll just spin the wheel of regret.
Sour shot.
This is actually quite pleasant because it's sour cola And the first few seconds, it's really sour, but then it's actually
Yeah.
quite tasty.
Once you kill those taste buds.
Yeah, exactly.
A Bucky shot glass. Awesome.
Yay! Yeah, they voted for me in my hot dog onesie, not my Bucky's onesie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a punishment stream too. I found this. My wife was sick the other day, and my kids and I were gonna play a joke on her.
Oh,
Ghost pepper chicken noodle soup, and I had a change of heart when I got home. I was like, I'm not gonna do that to her. She
No.
likes spicy food, but I was gonna make it. I was gonna sit there. We each have a bowl. I was gonna eat some too, and then just have her go, "What the?" Then she got me some spicy tteokbokki.
Oh,
So I'm like,
those are quite nice.
so those are going to have to be stream. She actually bought this for me to eat on stream because she loves me so much. She wants me to, because I don't like spicy food.
Mm.
Exactly, young. It cleans out the sinuses. That's why I wanted to give her the ghost pepper chicken noodle. Clean all that gunk out.
Mm.
Yeah. See, Mass, you guys, you'll make too much sense.
Yeah, but when
she saw it when I got home, she was like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "We were going to play a joke." And there was a lady at the store we were talking about. She's like, "You're going to play a trick." Tell my kids, "You're going to play a trick on your mommy." They're like, "Yeah." She's like, "That ain't right. Y'all not nice."
Oh, yeah. But when it comes to clearing out sinuses, horseradish, fresh grated horseradish,
wasabi paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get up from the gutter. Just because we are talking about Diddy. What did Diddy do? Who did Diddy do? Who did do?
Well, she said she would actually eat this on stream. Like she would eat on stream with me, but she's not going to do that. I know her.
Oh yeah, they found RICO in. He is a records custodian at Mobile T-Mobile. He testified on Wednesday. The most boring guy. Boring testimony, but he did say something really interesting when he was confronted by the defense on their. Actually, we can actually look at see it because that was really interesting. Let me just fetch it. Dun 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 dun. Let's see. Share up. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Here it is.
Now, earlier I'd asked you about Sprint or T-Mobile records not tracking different applications in these call detail records from Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, something like that. Why are they not captured in these records?
That's a form of data. And so this is the network information. If data information was asked for, it could show up in those types of records.
These are the final questions on the direct examination.
But with the actual call detail records and cell site information, there would be no data involved in that.
And from 2015 until 2024 today, has there been any change in the towers that T-Mobile or what once was Sprint had? Have they increased, decreased, stayed the same in terms of towers in the network?
So the network's stronger now because we essentially migrated all the Sprint information into T-Mobile. There's not really much more I can say about that other than it's a stronger network now than it was when both companies were operating on their own.
Understood. And when we had discussed subscriber information, Is there any reason that it says basic subscriber information? Is there any other type of records associated with subscriber information, or why is it referred to that way?
Yeah, so
Sure, there's
So,
advanced subscriber.
we can only give what is asked.
Yeah, this doesn't prove he's just a records custodian. He's there to get these data sheets into evidence, and then they will call somebody to translate it for us.
Yeah.
So that is what he was there for. And it was a bunch. And it was as interesting as it always is listening to a records custodian talking about data points.
Yep.
And so several years ago, Sprint had made a change that we would only give out the expanded subscriber information if it was asked for through legal process. And expanded versus basic is it would be the account details that has the social security number involved.
Yeah, that shouldn't be given out without a
that type of information
request.
In-house is a big deal.
There are privacy laws at play. They can't just give that shit out.
Yeah, and I read that Fifth Circuit in August ruled against this broad sweep geofencing affidavits or warrants.
Yeah, I read through that opinion on stream.
Oh, all right.
Geofencing.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I need to show you this because the data, the prosecution, they've got the information, they put it in an Excel sheet. I need to show you this because this made me... Let's see, where is it? Hold on, where is it? What do you see there to the far left?
See, I don't know what the phone numbers.
Yeah, unrelated phone numbers to this case. Unredacted.
Of course.
That is the phones that were used during a couple of minutes near that tower.
Of course.
So why not making the numbers public?
Of course.
Yeah, it's just 9 years ago. Who cares that people keep their numbers for more than 9 years?
Jeez. Yeah, I've had my number for a long time. My parents' number hasn't changed in 40 plus years.
Yeah.
For their home. And they have it on a cell phone now. So their house phone's a cell phone now. So
those would be things that weren't sent out.
No. Now let's listen to cross-examination here.
Sir, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Yes.
Do you ever encounter, have you ever encountered your records showing a certain duration for a call, and then the call goes to a different provider's record? So it's calling from one phone, your company, to another company. You understand what I'm asking you so far?
Yes.
And they have different times for duration. Can you explain that to the jury, if you come across that?
So I don't really compare other carriers. There could be a slight variation, but I just mainly look at the records.
Could be a delay in the
for my
handoff
specific
between companies too,
right? But there could be some type of maybe a minimal amount of time that's different.
What would be minimal? And we have an example.
Seconds. I don't know.
We're talking 10, 15, 20 seconds difference, or you're talking 2 seconds difference?
Like I said, I don't work for another carrier. I've worked for these two. And when you're comparing phone calls, there could be some type of network reception. So it could be different depending on, you're talking about 2 different networks correlating with 2 different transactions, but it's the same, right? And so the way one carrier keeps their information could be slightly different than the other carrier. So I can't tell you why.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can explain some of that.
Azimuth, it's AZ.
I mean, if I make a phone call from here, my timer is going to start on my phone. T-Mobile is going to start
Yeah.
when I place my call and the network picks it up. Well, it's then got to travel wherever you're calling
Mm.
through the cell towers, change networks, and then that network's got to. So if you're going from AT&T to Verizon, well, you've got all the AT&T towers until it gets to where they talk to each other to get to the Verizon to then go to the cell phone and back. So there's some delays.
Yeah, and
But it shouldn't be 15 or 20 seconds. It should be a couple of seconds.
yeah, at most. And thank you, Michelle, for your $4 super chat, for your super sticker, which is a squirrel with a bone. I don't know, but thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support of this channel.
Gwendolyn, that sounds exactly what he was saying. Why would the two different companies have different time lengths of time for those calls?
Yeah,
And the call may not have been on the other network as long as the original network.
Yeah. First, you have the delay for the connection, and then you might have a couple of tenths of second
It shouldn't be long.
delay from when one ends the call to the other people. Some people I've noticed don't end their call. I have to end the call.
That's how my wife does have to.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be a couple of seconds at most. But I do believe, because Mr. Steele has this, he prepares by asking this now, because the real question will come later. Well, this guy testified this. So why is there a 20-second discrepancy between your and that? That is what I believe he is doing right now. He's done that with a lot of witnesses. He did that with QZ asking about contracts with Young Thug, that from Puma, from Calvin Klein, and stuff like that, which Mr. Zachary has no clue about, and it was objected and it was sustained, properly so. But these major corporations, they have ethical clauses in their contracts. If Mr. Williams were out doing a lot of crimes all the time and collecting money for a lot of crimes all the time, they would have thrown him out with the bathwater. And they didn't. And these people, these large corporations, they have investigators that will check every aspect of your life.
Yep.
So this is how Mr. Steele prepares for later. He plants the seed in the jury, and then maybe not the next witness, maybe in 10 witnesses, then the real reason shows up. And I'm so impressed by him. I want an hour just picking his brain on how he does his tactics. But that will cost more than my house, I would assume.
I am UTH, I believe.
Correct.
Can you explain what that is to the jury?
I can. So the azimuth is the midpoint for the sector. Generally speaking, cell towers have 3 sectors, and they would show the directionality of where the radio frequency was bouncing off of that specific sector. So basically the azimuth is the middle part of the sector. I kind of look at it like this. Like if you looked at a clock, 12 is 0 and 360, right? On a compass. And so 120 would be at 4 o'clock. If 120 degrees was that sector, the midpoint would be 60. So that would be the azimuth. That's just one example.
How do you know in these records that you have just talked about, how do you know whether there's 3 sectors in these records that the jurors are about to see and get explained?
So on the Sprint records, they're on basically the list to interpret the information. It's all in there. The T-Mobile records just show the azimuth for that specific tower. So they're 2 different things, right? T-Mobile has it on the record. Sprint shows all the sectors on the key that coincides with the records.
Okay.
So the engineering aspects, that would be, you'd have to have the actual master list to see how that for T-Mobile how that orientation was, if it was multiple sectors or an omni antenna, which would be one, right? So it doesn't discount what actually transpired because it shows on the record for T-Mobile.
And then my last series of questions on that clock example you just gave, with the 1, the 4, I don't know if you said, but the 8 o'clock would be the next one. 3 sectors. Is that fair to say?
If that's how that tower was oriented.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Explain that to the jury, because
Yeah.
it can rotate depending upon how the tower is built. Is that all true?
Right. So the sectors are, once they're made, they can be changed, but generally you're going to have one sector covering an area that's approximately 120 degrees. All 3 of them would make up 360 degrees, which would be the zero.
Here's what I somewhat know about these frequencies or those sectors. They overlap each other because of the nature of the radio wave and the frequency. So it's not, and that is why he says roughly would make up 360 degrees. It's probably at least a 10-degree overlap.
Yeah, there should be some overlap.
Yeah, and then you have the overlap with the other antennas and other stuff. So after all this, I think Miss Love, when she said in her excuse in her disqualification case that these are not reliable, they can only make you a rough estimate, and yet they use it in almost every trial as more or less, it's like DNA, or no, not DNA, but maybe tool mark analysis. It's really not that reliable. Especially, they already have the tool mark person.
Tool mark is bullshit.
Yeah, it's pure bullshit because it's not science.
I mean, if it's a handmade gun, something that's very specialized, maybe. But with these mass-produced weapons, whatever comes off the line in a particular production line, a particular lot of weapons, should essentially be identical, unless there's some flaw in the manufacturing or in its operation. You've created some defect in it.
But then, then you would have 100 guns with the same defect.
Exactly. But like I said, or in the use of it, you've done something to mess up the internals of that weapon.
Yeah.
To where it makes a specific mark. But even then, as you fire it and use it, those are going to change too.
Yeah.
Depending on how well you keep it, how well you maintain it, keep it clean. There's going to be differences. And Runkle's got a challenge out there to any of these tool mark experts.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of dollars that he'll give you 5 or 10 weapons and 10 rounds each. He'll fire them all and you can match them up. If you're so good, you should be able to match every single round to the weapon it was fired from. And they can't do it. They can't do it.
And also they will get bags of shell casings.
Yeah.
These bags with 20 shell casings each could have 5 that match,
that match. They should be able to do it.
Or 0 that match. And if this is the science, you should be able to determine it.
Exactly. And that's why it's BS. They can say it's consistent with being fired from, a Glock 9mm, but they can't say it's this particular one to the exclusion of all others produced in the world, that exist in the world, in existence. They can't say that. They can't say it's one weapon to the exclusion of all the others in existence.
They can't even say, now they can make a rough estimate, say that,
it's consistent with it.
It's
consistent with being fired from a Glock 9, and that's what was recovered at the scene. Yeah, that's what was recovered from the defendant. Yeah. The defendant had this particular model and make and model of weapon on him, and the rounds are that were fired are consistent with being fired from that gun. That's the most they could do. And the Maryland Supreme Court has ruled that way, that it can only be it's consistent. It's a consistency thing. You can't say specifically, yes, this bullet was fired from this gun.
Yeah, but the problem with the word consistent with it sounds more than it is.
Mm-hmm.
For me, tool mark can only exclude. It can never include. Because there's too many variables in it. So at the most consistent with, but I don't like the word consistent with. It can be, we can't rule this gun out.
Well, I'm just saying that it would be consistent with that particular model gun.
Yeah,
Or
but
caliber
that's never
gun.
how they testify.
Well, no, it's not. They say, "Oh no, it's a match for this weapon," and that's complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah,
it's perjurious. I mean, you can't make that statement.
Yeah, and as Linda says, they don't even have the gun for the shell casings.
Of course they don't.
So they match the shell casings to each
They
other.
didn't have a body in Zachariah Anderson's case. It didn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. And you have a bunch of shell casings that has been thrown out of a weapon, bouncing around in the streets or on the floor or whatever. They get scratches.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This expert was talking about the towers were only spreading pie slices of tower availability. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. In a city the size of Atlanta, you have many
tens
towers.
of thousands of towers are there in Atlanta.
Yeah. There are.
Between all and each of the carriers have their own set of towers that you have to run things through.
Yeah. And if the closest one is occupied, it bounces off the next one or the one over there. Now, can you triangulate thanks to that? Yeah, if it keeps bouncing around, but it's
still only accurate to within a certain radius. It's not going to pinpoint you.
Yeah, exactly. That is why in the Karen Reed case, they had to use GPS and car data to come close to the house.
Yeah.
And it was still, what was it? 30-yard or 30 feet or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Where it could be. It should be there, but it could be 30 feet away as well.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Some experts should not be experts.
Exactly. Some of them should not be.
Oh, did you hear? They most people have heard. They are bringing in a new prosecutor in the Karen Reed case.
Yeah, I saw that. It's just, I saw that.
And
he's like boring as hell to listen to.
Yeah, and sure, I don't think it will be any better because they already presented a case. Now, if they bring a completely different case,
that's worse for them because you've already had all this testimony.
Yeah.
From experts and witnesses to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to come in and say something else?
Yeah, exactly. Then, okay. Let's call your previous expert that you brought forward in the first trial, who said, and stuff, who doesn't know basic science.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know,
the crime scene talk spoke to me. It spoke to me.
That was so bad. So bad.
Well, I'm going to have to go. My son is like really, I can hear him in the house.
No worries. No worries, my friend. No worries, my friend.
He's is it time yet for chocolate milk? He says, is it time yet? Like, give me a few more minutes.
It's always
so
time
watch
for
some more.
He
loves watching Pink Panther, so he's watching Pink Panther right now.
Aw.
I was like, go watch more Pink Panther. I'll be in there in a minute. So.
Yeah. MG Law, thank you so much for showing up.
It's great to be on.
Thank you so much. And I will see you. I will see you next time.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. It seems like the usuals. I mean, most of them are in the Georgia area or Florida area who I normally have on. And you just had a hurricane. You just had a hurricane. So I'm not surprised that people choose to take care of their houses and families at this time. You will see me in about an hour and 15 minutes over at Jeff's place. And I will actually send you over there. It hasn't started yet. and I will redirect you to it. Oh, for frick's sake. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. There it is. Upcoming in 75 minutes. Or 73 minutes. So I will see you all over there. But again, thank you for showing up for this impromptu Friday panel show. Next Friday, I hope to have the usuals back together again. And yeah, I will see you later. Thank you all for showing up. And remember, hug your family. Unless your family is crap, then screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. Okay? And I'm sending you off with how I depict Miss Love in the courtroom. See you later. Bye-bye.
Everything in the courthouse feeling fire. Every word she utters smells like a tire. Her arguments hit like a flat balloon. Manure tornado in the courtroom noon. Her voice a chainsaw cutting through the air. But the logic's missing, nothing's really there. Whirling out of circles, losing grip. Every point she makes is just a slip. Another tornado spreading wide. All her arguments turn to hide. Courtroom laughter when she's done. Prosecutor Adrian ain't one.